Hey, how are you doing?
Oh, good. How are you?
Good.
Nice.
Saw a lot of your YouTube videos. It's pretty weird to see you here on my
Thanks.
phone
Let me just
screen.
fix this. Hold
Yep.
Gotta make sure the lighting is good, right?
Yep. We're gonna cut out this part. We're gonna go into interview and then we're gonna use that part. It's being recorded still though. All right. So should we
Wait,
get?
one side of my face has a light, one side doesn't. I gotta fix that. Let me try moving something.
Yep.
Gonna go on YouTube?
Yep.
Nice.
This one is specifically for YouTube.
Awesome. How'd you... Oh, mutual connections. That's what we found. You said.
Just followed this guy Eric Zhu, and then you popped up somewhere in the feed, and I was like, okay, he's a young guy just like Eric, and then you have this podcast show, and you seem to be crushing it. So,
And what's your favorite episode so far?
the one with Guy Kawasaki.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, he is a legend. I was just it's pretty. How did you get that though? Did you cold email him?
Of course.
Wow, awesome. All right, so should we get started?
Yes, we should get started.
Okay. Is the lighting good enough?
Yeah, lighting is on good.
Okay. So wait, so how do I pronounce your name again? Sachin?
Such an.
Sachin, okay. All right. Let's get started. So, hey Sachin, how are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much for having me here today.
hmm We're talking to a 16-year-old award-winning entrepreneur, host of the popular podcast show Ochak Day Show, and the CEO of 3doshas.com, which was featured on Bloomberg TV and Apple TV. And some of the questions I have for you today. First one, what is 3doshas.com and what kind of a show is Ochak Day Show? And what is it that you're building and what's the main message you want to communicate through the podcast show?
Thank you for having me, and that's a great question. So to start off, Three Doshas is a lifestyle company. Our goal is to transform lives through coaching principles inspired by yoga and Ayurveda. You're familiar with yoga probably, but Ayurveda is different. It's a 5,000-year-old life science from the Indus Valley civilization. And it's about living a life in balance through managing and making sure your three greater energies are in balance. I can't explain all of it in detail. We do hour-long sessions on this stuff, but you can go to tridoshas.com and check it out. But yeah, mentorship, coaching, level up, boost your performance through ancient knowledge. The Ojekte Show, which I love doing, is my podcast. And I interview remarkable and influential entrepreneurs, executives, inspiring individuals from all walks of life. So my teen audience can learn from their stories and level up themselves. We've had so many people I don't want to say who, because I have even bigger people coming on soon. But if you go to youtube.com/OCHAKDE, you will check my channel out and means go for it. You might go, what is Oshak mean? It's not an English word. It's a Punjabi word. Punjab is a state in India, and I'm Indian. And it means go for it. And my mission in life is to help inspire people and to help. I know a lot of people say, oh, yeah, inspire people. That's what everybody says, right? But I truly want to actually do that. And I want to change people's lives through my content, help people figure out that there's multiple ways of getting to success and remembering that when you work hard and you work smart and you're strategic, life is good.
So, to everyone watching, please check out Ochak Day Show and 3doshas.com. I personally really enjoyed the podcast. It has really big guests, and Sachan is a really good guest host there. He's asking pretty insightful questions for us to all enjoy. So, the next question is, how did you develop 3doshas.com and your podcast show from just being an idea to the current stage?
Well, I have a different mind. So, in my opinion, I'm kind of different. So, when I think of an idea, I just act on it immediately. Even if I don't have a plan, or even if it's freaking BS idea, I don't care. I must still act on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, if it's an idea you don't know where it can go, do it. Go for it. That's what Attract means. Go for it. Send that cold email. Cold call someone. The same way you reached out to me on LinkedIn and I did this interview, do that. Get more guests. Pretty much, a lot of people are fearful when they have an idea because of like, oh, this might fail or, oh, I might screw up, right? But no, if you take the time to think about it, network, and just truly love it from the inside, you will be successful. There's no doubt about it. But if you're doing it because your parents want to do it, or your school wants you to do it, or you're doing it for a grade because you want to get the A because you think A will make you successful, which it's not necessarily true, then you won't actually like the process. So you asked, to get back to your question, idea to reality. How do you do that? Don't have a plan. Expect to suck and just go for it.
Awesome. And third question, what have you been like since you were much younger? Were you a troublemaker, a good student? What kind of a person would the world have called you?
They would have called me a hustler because I was legit true stories selling candy and toys and selling thousands of dollars of stuff on eBay. So I was doing big things at a young age. I just had a natural knack for entrepreneurship. And I can see that from all the people you're interviewed, in you, like the fact that you're doing this interview, like you could just, this you're an NYU student, NYU Stern, you got into one of the best schools in the nation for business. You could be partying on a Friday afternoon, but you're here doing an interview with me because you want to actually genuinely care about this. So that's why you're doing this, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, I was hustling. I was selling candies, toys at kids at school, having fun in life, reselling stuff online that friends and family gave me, or old things around my house. Made 5 figures at 13 years old. So yeah, great stuff.
Awesome. And thank you for your kind words there.
Yeah.
And even the entrepreneurial ones, a lot of us just think about it when we're that young and then just have this plan at the back of our head to do something like what you're doing when we're a bit older, like when we graduate from college or after this and that. But what made you jump onto this adventurous path from such a young age?
That's a really good question. I don't see age as a thing like, oh, you gotta get a college degree and then you gotta get that job. I got an internship through someone reaching out to me on LinkedIn. It was one of those sponsored messages. I'm like, oh, I get these. They send it to everyone. I said, give me an internship as a joke, and I got a paid internship as a 14-year-old doing social media marketing at a tech company. So crazy stuff, power of asking, power of opportunity, art of possibility. Pretty much, your question was the age one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really see it as like, oh, I'm young. Like, I'm 16, and back in the day, 16-year-olds were doing things that 16-year-olds right now aren't doing, right? Being a teenager doesn't mean, oh, yeah, you can just do whatever you want and just finish school and get a degree and leave. Like, no, I don't believe in any of that stuff. In your young years, like high school, this is the time for you to shine. This is the time for you to get out of your comfort zone and truly discover what you want to do in your life. Because we only have one life. And if you want to make that life fulfilling, you have to find what you love. You can't just do random stuff or say, my parents are forcing me to do this. I have to get this degree because my parents said so. I hate that stuff. It really makes me very mad. So, yeah, it's a positive interview. Sorry about that, but you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah.
Yep. Right. So, what's it like to be around your peers who are probably not in the same state of mind as you are in right now? And with you doing all these adult things, and do you find it difficult to resonate with them sometimes?
Man, bro, your questions are really deep. Because I go on other podcasts, you're like, hey, can I interview you on my podcast? You're young, successful, we want to have you on our show. And it's just generic questions. This is a great interview. So let me answer your question. Hanging out with my peers, so none of them do what I do. That's for sure. That's obvious. But they love what I do. And they really praise me and give me encouragement and give me kind words for me to keep going. I get recognized by random people at school sometimes. Like, oh my God, you host the Ochuk This show? I'm like, yeah, it's not that big of a channel yet, man, but I'm surprised you recognize me. And he's like, yeah, I like your stuff. So it is what it is. I don't really resonate with that many other teenagers, but I like to connect to people at a deeper level. So I won't just get to know them by saying, oh yeah, let's play basketball, you're cool, all right, let's go to this party. Instead, I would say, hey, let's meet at the library. Let's go off campus during lunch. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about what you want to do, your parents, your family, everything about that, and get to know you on a deep level so you can actually understand the person and eventually get to know them in a point where they're like a family friend.
Mm-hmm. If there's any, what has been the downside of getting started as early as you did?
Let me think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So like a negative aspect of starting young?
Mm-hmm. Just any downside, like something, like anything, like uncomfortable, like people around you are like doubting you more, whatever.
People will not take you seriously if you don't do personal branding, right? When I cold call people, I can't say, I'm a 16. When I talked to the Logitech CEO on the phone, I didn't say, oh yeah, I'm 16 and I like what you do, and Logitech is a pretty dope company. I said something like, I'm a 16-year-old award-winning entrepreneur from the Bay Area. You can check out my website, ochakte.com. I don't want to give away all my cold calling secrets because that's like in my mind. But you start off with doing personal branding. People won't take you seriously because of your age, but don't let that get to you. I have shown people that I have a website and I've done stuff, so they're like, okay, this guy is legit. This guy is real. He actually truly cares about what he's doing. He wants to make an impact. He's a great person. Let's make it happen.
But at the same time, though, what I think is if you're young, you could kind of use that to your advantage too. Because if you have relatively more achievements compared to your age, people are like, okay, that's pretty impressive. And I see that going on a lot on LinkedIn.
Can I say something quickly?
Yep.
I use it to the hell of my advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people love it that I'm a kid. But you gotta show that credibility first. You can't
Sure.
just be any other teenager.
Sure.
And you're building that through doing this. So kudos to you.
Yeah, but I'm at my last period of being able to do that. I'm 19 right now, so I'm trying to take advantage of the hell out of it right now. Like you're doing it.
I know, but still, 19 is still really young. He has so many years. 19 is extremely young. If you see Gary Vee talking, he says 35-year-olds are young.
Sure.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah, of course. Gary Vee, my favorite.
Yeah.
All right. So, as visible from the toxic social media culture, the world is going more into this rabbit hole of feeling self conscious and doing things only to get validation from other people. And I graduated from high school less than a year ago, so I know what it's like to be around these self conscious teenagers who care only about, having this social status at school. So, being cool, dating pretty girls, stuff like that. But as a person who's laser focused, instead of getting caught up in these noises that your surroundings expose you to, how do you block out all the noises?
I don't. I like it because it gives me, if I block it out, it's avoiding reality. I look at it and I observe it and I say, what can I do or what can I not do? So that's my answer.
Mm-hmm. What's your opinion on the modern day education system?
It's pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great that you're at NYU Stern. My cousin is there actually. Going to a business school, I have nothing against because you're learning stuff you actually care about. But when you're learning math and chemistry and history and all this stuff that you're not going to use in the real world, depending on what you're doing, I'm not delusional. If you want to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, you need to be good at school. But if you're watching this because you're an aspiring entrepreneur and you want to be like me, you don't need math. You need basic business math, but you don't need calculus to be successful.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, what's your future vision and how do you want to influence the world in the long run?
Future vision is just doing what I'm doing. I have no big plans coming up because every day is a big plan for me. Every day I wake up in the morning is a big day. It's not like tomorrow is something's going to happen. Something already happened today. I did an interview today with the incredible guy, so that already made my day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so that's the answer. Long term, I want to reach thousands and thousands of subscribers, millions of views, bigger guests, celebrities, athletes, entrepreneurs, executives, inspiring people, all sorts of people. Just bring the brightest minds in the world onto my platform and bring it to my teen audience. That's what I look for.
Mm-hmm. So that's it for the official interview, and I just want to talk to you for a little bit since we got a little time, if that's okay with you.
Yeah. Wait, did you end the recording? Or?
It's still going on. We're gonna cut it off.
Okay. Can you show me before you post anything? Can I do it with you like on Zoom or something?
Yes, of course. The editing guy's gonna do like a cool edit where there's a phone screen on the left, and then there's us FaceTiming, and then there's a camera right in front of me that's filming me holding the phone. So it's both gonna go in.
Yes.
All right. So what's your plan? What are you trying to do with the podcast and everything? I'm just curious.
I just want to interview more people, man.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any plans for monetizing it a little bit?
Yeah, I made like $300 an episode. And I already have sponsors.
Oh wow, it's awesome. It's great that you're doing that already. And how did you find all those ways? Just search
What
it
was
up.
that? Sorry.
Just search it up online and found like sponsors, and you just cold message them and everything.
It's nice. That's what you do.
Yeah, awesome. So after this, I got this kid named Clint Cadio.
He's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, you know him?
I know, dude. I know Clint. I know Eric Zhu. I met Eric Zhu in person. I've interviewed Eric Zhu on my show.
Okay. What's Clint like? I just want to know before the show.
I don't really know him that much, but I texted him and he's like really supportive.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Where do you live?
I live in Fremont, California, Silicon Valley area.
Oh wow. Well, so your parents work there or something, or why are you there?
Yeah, dad is a top executive at Intel. Mom is a biotech person.
Nice. How's school going? Are you able to manage everything? Yeah, like juggle it with podcast.
Somewhat. My brother did a better job. He's at UCLA doing data science and statistics.
Mm-hmm.
So he's more on the school side. I'm more on the hustle bustle entrepreneurship side.
Mm-hmm. Are your parents like supportive of what you're doing?
Yeah, they're very supportive.
Mm-hmm. But don't they say something about, you gotta do school too? Because that's what I heard when I was young. They're like, okay. I tell them everything like all excited, and they're like, listen to it, and they say, okay, and then they switch the subject to school again.
I see. My parents are not like that. They're different.
Oh wow, that's great.
My mom's been here since she's in elementary school, so she's used to the culture.
Oh yeah. So what's your routine like? Daily routine?
I get up at around 4. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I was gonna say I'm not Kobe, bro. I get up at like 7, go to school, come back home, eat a snack, do my work, blast some music, dance, do my work, take a break, do my work, take my break, do my work, eat, go to sleep, and repeat.
How many hours, like work?
It depends on how much I want to.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm told I must do 3 hours every day. It's like, oh no, if I feel like not doing it today, I want to focus on school, do school. If I'm deeply passionate about some genius idea I had, I'll spend 10 hours.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have this kind of obsession that you need to get certain hours in each day?
No.
Wow, awesome.
When you start, it doesn't even feel like work, so hours go by.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how is Three Doshas going?
It's going really good. If you want executive coaching from my dad, he offers that.
Really? Through the website?
Yes, he coaches. He got a certificate from UC Berkeley Coaching Institute, so he coaches executives and VPs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you could be the next guy.
Okay, what other coaching programs do they have?
Three Doshas or Berkeley?
Three Doshas.
That's really, he knows that stuff. I don't know it that much.
Mm-hmm.
I do the youth stuff, but you can talk to him. I'll give you his contact if you want.
Oh, that'll be awesome. So through the 3doshas.com, he does the executive coaching, but I thought it has to do with yoga though.
Yeah, it does. Yoga and Ayurveda. We're taking those concepts and bringing it into a coach platform. You know
And executive coaching, like combined with yoga concepts.
Definitely, you got it spot on.
Pretty interesting. It's really good. That's it's really good that your dad's supporting that, because he must be a pretty solid coach that a lot of people will want to listen to.
Yeah, that's true.
It's awesome. All right, man. So really had a good time talking to you today, and hope to talk to you soon. And we'll have a Zoom meeting if you want to go over the video if you want.
For sure. There you go. Text me on WhatsApp.
Sure.
Or text my cell. You have my cell.
Well, yeah, I do. So I'll text you there. But you don't really check LinkedIn that often? Probably do.
I do. I prefer cell.
Okay. All right. I'll text you there when the edit's ready. All right, man.
Thank you so much.
It was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
You
are a legend.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day. It looks sunny outside. Get outside, play some basketball. I wish I was in that good weather.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.